guys, welcome to my monthly make series, a series where I share with you my current crochet projects as I go on this journey to make my own handmade wardrobe. I'll give you an inside look into my creative process, share how I'm feeling about the things I'm making, and hopefully provide you with inspiration on what your next crochet piece can be. So here's to slow fashion, creative freedom, and making clothes that truly feel like you. Man, it has been a hot minute since I've done my last little update with you guys. Summer is over, we're heading into fall and winter. I'm so excited. I'm gonna show you guys all the stuff that I made over the summer. As usual, if I have a pattern or a video tutorial, I will let you guys know and I will have them linked in the tags. I think they call them tags above, as well as in the description below. This is also probably going to be like the second to last monthly makes video that I have for this year. So we only got one more and then 2025 is over, which is so crazy. Like, I feel like the year just started. I have my stack of lovely little babies right here. Let's go ahead and just get into it. The very first thing that I made is this bag, and I'm really excited about this. So this was made with a Raffia paper, and this was my first time ever. Oh wait, no, I lied. This was not my first time doing something with Raffia paper. This is my first time doing like a legit project with Raffia paper. If you guys have been like watching my monthly makes, a few months back, I made one singular little like ballet slipper with a Raffia paper. And it wasn't like the best quality one, so I didn't keep it because I didn't really like it, which I probably should have because that was a really cute concept now that I think about it, but it's okay. I can make another one. But so this is my first real project that I've done with Raffia paper. What if I'm calling it Raffia and that's not what it's called? Raffella? Raffella? I know a girl named Raffaella. She's very pretty. Anyways, the one that I used to make my little slipper, I think it was a little bit cheaper because when I was like trying to use it, it kept breaking, which it shouldn't be doing that. I really like Raffia like paper bags in the summer. I think they're really cute. I don't know why I didn't use this. Well, you know what? It's because I didn't go anywhere. I just go to work. I go to work and I come home and crochet. And trust and believe, when I get outside, I will be using this bag. I did, you know, I'm getting real good at this, you guys. Like, I'm taking this so serious. I want all my stuff to be very high quality. So I have this magnetic closure, so you can see that. And she is strong, okay? See that? It's fighting me, so I don't have to worry about like the content falling out. And then on the inside I did a lining, so I happen to have this purple. It matched so nicely. I was like, oh yeah, gotta use it to make a lining, which was great because this purple alone, I would not have known like what type of project to do with this yarn because I think the color is just like so distinct and like a, I don't know, not distinct, but it's not a color that I would gravitate towards for clothing, or at least I didn't think I would. But so this is my little clutch. I think it is super cute. And now that I've kind of gotten the feel for how like Raffia like paper yarn works, I'm definitely going to be playing around with this more. But here's my cute little clutch. Then after that, I had a belt, which I made this specifically thinking of fall, because I want to try like doing more layering. I've been seeing a lot of stuff with thick banded belts and stuff here and there. I just wanted to give it a try. So before I go like buying belts, I was like, well, let me just try and make one. I had this brown yarn because I wanted a brown leather belt. So I was like, okay, well, gotta use brown yarn. I just did decreases on the two ends so that way I could wear it forward and you have like this center point where, you know, things come together really nicely instead of them like lining up or overlapping perfectly. And I made the straps like really long so that way when I'm wearing it, I can wrap it around this a few times and it'll just like add a little extra bit of texture. And then I put little tassels on the end because why not? I mean, couldn't just leave it as two long strings, like that's boring. It gives it a little bit of like a boho flair to it. This was me branching out a little bit. I haven't ever really been a belt girl. Then next I made, I actually made two, but I don't know where the other one is right this second. But I made two more of my little Fillet crochet bralettes. As usual, I like to put little flower, can you see that? Yeah, I like to put little flower thingies on the thing, again, for extra texture and dimension. This one I ended up making because I was doing a tutorial for you guys. So if you saw the pink version of this that I made and you really liked it and you want to make one for yourself, definitely go ahead and check out that tutorial. I think of these little bralettes as like resort wear. Like you're going somewhere real fancy for vacation and you just want to like really show up and show out. And then, oh, speaking of tutorials, the next two things that I have to show you guys are also things that I've done tutorials for. So next up we have this top, which is another filet crochet project. Just about everything I have left to share with you guys is filet. I made this. I did do a very butch job at putting a lining on the inside. I really got to do better with my sewing skills, but I mean, hey, I tried. So it's just a cute little bandeau. And then to go along with it, I should have made this longer. I made a little like skinny scarf to go with it. I think the concept was cute, but I just didn't make the scarf long enough. So I'll probably just use this to like put in my hair. I think that would be better use for it. I have a tutorial up on this top if you would like to make one. The pattern that I used for this top is also the same as the wrap skirt that I made, and I think like my last monthly makes or the monthly makes before that. So for any of you who bought that pattern, which it didn't cost a lot to begin with and you're getting free tutorials for it, but you know, you pay like $2 for the pattern, and then I've now given you 2 different projects for free, for $3.99 that you can do here on YouTube. So definitely don't sleep on the patterns that I'm making for you guys, because I'm trying to make them and then make like several projects for each pattern. I don't want to just like give you one and then be done with it. I just want to give you guys as much variety as I can from the few things that I do have up so far. So this is the bandeau, which is really cute. And then I also made another project with this same color yarn. The next project I have are these filet crochet shorts, and I do also have a tutorial up for these as well. And I do have a grid pack that you guys can get, where you get the grids that I use for this as well as a few others, so you can like really play around and make some cool interesting things. But I love these shorts. They're so stinking cute. I've gotten so much wear out of these shorts. I think this is probably my most worn item out of all the stuff that I have crocheted so far. I think the color is perfect. A lot of you guys have been, you know, sharing with me that you really love the color as well. And then the final 2 things I have to share with you guys are the things that took me the most time. In the midst of me working on all the things that I've just shown you, I was also working on these 2 projects. I just finished them and I freaking love them so stinking much. First thing I have to share with you guys is I did my very first filet dress, which took forever, and there were certain points where I just wanted to cry like making it. It is a legitimate like maxi length dress. I decided to go with like a bird grid for the bottom, and then as I went up I just changed the stitching as well as the colors to give it a little extra pizzazz. You know, a lot of the stuff that I do, like, you know, all this stuff you guys see, everything is one solid color. And I did say to myself that I wanted to try and do things where I played around more with color combinations, not just color, well yes color, but also color combinations and then texture. So I was like, all right, well, I'll do filet for this portion. I'll figure out a different stitch, which I forget what this is called, but it's something that's paired pretty commonly with filet, I think. And then, you know, I did something different for up here, and I don't know. This dress is just perfect. I'm actually in the middle of working on another one, and I'm doing a floral design for that one, but it's gonna be a totally different concept. But one thing that I do really love about this dress is the fact that, you know, you have this very open, airy stitch all throughout, but then when it came to the bust, I did choose something that was a little bit more opaque looking, so that way when I'm wearing like a bandeau or whatever underneath, you're less likely to see it, which was really important to me because especially with filet crochet, like you see right through it. I love this dress so much. You guys have been sharing how much you love this dress as well with me on Instagram, and thank you so much for all the love. But that is definitely hands down my most favorite piece that I've made. I've been going back and forth for a minute on like trying to decide what to make, because I feel with crochet sometimes there's a disconnect between things that you make to fulfill your artistic pleasures and then making things that are practical to your day-to-day life. Logically, I'm like, all right, well, let me make things that are a bit more practical so I can actually get wear and use out of them, because the whole reason I'm doing all of this is because I want to have my own handmade wardrobe. So what is the point of me making a bunch of stuff that I'm not going to be able to wear in my day-to-day life? But I think I've finally just come to terms with some things that I make are going to be showstoppers, and they're going to be very specific for very specific situations, and other pieces are, you know, they're gonna work for my day-to-day life. And I like to kind of let my creativity just like take the lead when I'm making stuff. I have a game plan on what I want things to look like, but as I'm going about what I'm doing, it's not uncommon for me to steer off course, and that's how I end up like making the things that I think are really cool. So I'm just accepting the fact that sometimes I'll make stuff that works for regular life, and other times I might make a whole month load of stuff that I probably will only wear like twice in my life. That's fine. Yeah, so I'm just becoming more accepting of that fact. Like, I can do something for the love of it. Everything doesn't have to be practical. Playing off of the practicality thing, I did make a skirt and I showed it to you guys a few months ago. It was a white mini skirt and it had this really pretty crochet stitch to it. No, it was not filleted, but it was real cute and I liked it. So, well, I mean, I made it, duh, I liked it, but I liked it so much that I wanted to make a maxi version of it. So I started working on this project here, and it started off as a maxi skirt, and then, you know, halfway through I was like, man, I'm really bored. I already have a skirt. I don't want to make another one really, or at least not right now. Like, I just finished that one. I'm itching to try something new. And one thing that I really have been kind of having my eyes on for the past few months are capris. I feel like they've been making a comeback. Maybe it's just the trends doing their job and the influencers doing what they do, but I've been seeing some capris and I'm like, man, I really like these. I really like these and I want to give them a try. As I was working on my skirt, I was like, you know what? Why don't I turn these into a pair of capris? Now, the thing that was making me hesitant is the fact that this is a pretty like open stitch, like, you know, you can see through her. But bringing it back to the new realization that I had of some things are going to be more practical, others might not. If I can find a way to make it suitable for my day-to-day life, awesome. But if not, I'm not going to not make something because it's too out there. And I ended up with the cutest stinking pair of capris. And this is also the first pair of pants that I have done that aren't shorts. So the fact that I did this, I'm like, okay, I'm now a step closer to making a full-length pair of pants. And so that has me really excited because we're going into fall and winter and I do want to have like a cute little like matching set. So now that I've gone this far, I'm like, okay, I can just take it to the end. We're going all the way to the ankles. I don't have a pattern for the pants, but I do have a pattern for the skirt. So if you know how to make shorts or make any type of pant, I'm sure you can just, I mean, if I can figure it out, anybody can figure it out. So if you want to, just get the skirt pattern and then halfway through, just like split the design in half and you can just do it for each leg, you know, for those who are interested and would like to make a pair of pants or capris. But this was the last thing that I made, my super cute little pantalones. So these are all the things that I made summer 2025. I hope you guys enjoy taking a look at everything. Definitely let me know down in the comments which was your favorite. Mine, I have a top 3. I'll give you guys my top 3 rating. 1 is my dress because hello. 2 are my capris, and then 3rd place is gonna go to my shorts. So that's my rating. Let me know which was your favorite. Also, I will have more tutorials coming for you guys. As usual, if you guys are making the things that I have tutorials up for and you're posting them on social media, definitely be sure to tag me. I do like getting to see what you guys are doing with the tutorials. I mean, what's the point of me doing all these tutorials if you guys aren't enjoying them? So I do like to see the fruits of my labor, okay? So if you guys are posting pictures, like, tag me in them. I want to see how awesome your stuff is turning out. This is it for my summer makes recap. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I am going to start implementing more like styles of videos in or here on my YouTube channel. I've just been crocheting so much that like I haven't really been doing much of anything. Like I said, all I do is work and crochet. but I promise there will be more content to come. Plus, as I have said a few times now, you know, doing all of this, the crocheting, the whatnot, like all of this is opening my eyes to what my personal style is actually like. So I'm learning more about the things that I like, the things that I don't like, and I'm learning how to make the things that I like. I still have a lot to learn, but I'm getting more daring with my styling. I'm just having a blast, and I want to share more of that with you guys as well. So stay tuned for more like styling videos. So if you're like me, if you're on your own personal like style journey, I would love to go on this journey together. I'm figuring out things that work. I'm learning to accessorize. Some of y'all were getting on me on one short that I had uploaded because I didn't really like style the outfit, but hey, I'm learning. I'm getting there. Baby steps, just experimenting. Some things are gonna work, some things aren't, but either way, I'm having a lot of fun with it. So that's all for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you're subscribed so you are in the loop on any new tutorials that I bring up, as well as just like any other videos. But that's all for now. I'll see y'all soon. Stay hydrated, stay healthy. Bye guys.